It's been 7 hours and 16 days since we recorded a podcast. But the boys are back to talk shit and make you laugh. And in the time we've been gone, Sinead has died.
And it's
Dude, nothing compares. Nothing compares to the quality work that the boys do on tarmacking and guttering. Get in touch with the boys now at the sectariantradesman.co.uk for all your tradesman needs. R.I.P. Sinead O'Connor. Shocking news, Malacca, to hear about the passing of the artist known formerly as Sinead O'Connor. Actually, her actual name was Sinandu. What's her name now? What's her name, Malacca? Because she changed her name. She went all Muslim.
O'Shea.
She went Muslim, didn't she? For like, she was like, you know what? These Catholic priests, the dirty bastards, and she went Muslim because I tell you something, Mal. The Muslims have never done anything wrong. I'll tell you
Did
that.
she not actually become a priest as well? Like an actual, like a Catholic priester?
What did she? What was her name? What was her actual name?
You're listening to the Hashtag Show episode 232. Now, if you're wondering where 231 is,
Shun Hada Sadakt was her name.
Exactly. And that's where she put out her best music.
So she left the Catholic religion and she put the word hun in her name. Totally turning her back on her people. She did.
She not wrap up a picture of the Pope taking a highlight pedophilia at the time. This is like
how strong she was. Did she not shine a box at all? Did she not shine Tupperware box? Or was that Lisa Stansfield? That was Lisa Stansfield.
See if regardless whether you like her or no, what I think's cool about her, she never gave a fuck, and she put her views in front of her music, and
that's right.
She was actually Rick good looking, and she never actually coined in on her beauty. She was like an artist, as in use a platform to share whatever message she felt was important, and she was way ahead, Scott. And I repeat that, way ahead. They try exposing the pedos. That was she done that. Was it MTV or something like fucking the full America banned her for NBC or something banned her?
Yeah.
Exactly. She knew, man. She knew. She was like, this is a matrix. Don't get me to see fit. Don't ever ask me to say 33 and a third.
I think she shot a Tupperware box, then ripped up a photo of the Royal Forest, didn't she?
Ripped up a picture of the Pope and fucking set Middle America wild.
What's the Pope done? What has the Pope done?
I think he fingered a donkey once.
He's an innocent bystander of this. He's just
it was a good Pope as well. I was upset. I was like, what's he done? At that time, I was 10. I didn't know much about the churches and what they're up to, fingering each other underneath.
Too far, Sinead. 56, but mate, that's the age. Showing that must get your fucking nerves rattling.
Well, mate, I'll tell you what rattled my nerves. My wee mate fucking. I found out my wee mate died last week, Saturday night at a gig. 49.
What?
Married, 2 Waynes. Aye, I've got his funeral in August, and he was actually the dancer, the original dancer for Ultrasonic back in the day. Wee Billy Buff. And my brother met his older brother, and he was just about to ask how his other brother is, who also danced for the band, and he died 3 years ago, and it was like a double whammy. And then I felt really bad because, like, obviously everybody goes their own way, and everybody gets on with their own life, and you kind of lose contact with friends. But he was one of the guys where if I'd seen him, you just pick up for where you last left off.
That's a sign of true friendship, Malacca.
It is. Wee Billy McMullen, man, he'll be fucking sad to live. And I've got, I spent hours just talking to my family about all the funny stories about wee Billy that I had on tour. And, I'd like to share one with you now, if that's all right.
Are you being serious?
I'm being serious. I'm being serious.
Carry on then. I thought because you're doing your weird voice where you then say
we were on tour in Australia, right?
Here we go.
And we had been partying. It was like into the third day straight, fucking partying right through some mad hotel somewhere. And there was a couple of Australians back at the hotel, and they were starting to waver. They were starting to kind of crash out. Wee Billy's fucking ran into the toilet and pulled out his fucking big shaver or whatever it was. And he's like, all right, hey. See if you fucking fall asleep at a party or pool way, eyebrows clean off, right? And these Australians just seen a fucking drunk Scotsman waving about a razor in front of him, and they were freaking out. They were like, "What the fuck's he?" Right? And they actually get really scared. And we were like, "No, it's all right. It's just if you fall asleep in a party where we from, you get an eyebrow shaved off, right?" So then Bully's fucking shave the eyebrows clean off, you right? What happens to Perry wee Wally? He fucking passed out first.
Brilliant. Well,
so some
taste of your own medicine.
Well, some bad boy shaved off one of his eyebrows, didn't he?
As in Malak-Ali.
And fucking that day ended. That was like the official crash of the party. We were doing it at the pool. The wee Bully fell asleep. This is how fucking fucked we were. We picked him up on a lilo and just slid the lilo into the pool. Do you know where to jump in and get him? Because he was still asleep at the bottom of the pool. Amazing. He never even woke up. So anyway, woke up. That was it officially. Called us all wanks, went to his bed, and then I went, right, let's call it a bye. Everybody went for a sleep. Cut to later that night. We're all getting up to get fucking out and get a pint or a cura or whatever. We're in the lift. Wee Bully pops in the lift, sunglasses on, and he's telling us how good the night was. And as he's talking, he's know how your eyebrows go up. But it was only one eyebrow that was coming up. Another one was just a white space, right? And we were all buckled. Nobody said it to him. We were all laughing. He thought we were laughing at his partner, right? He's like, "Oh, man, what a fucking night." And then this happened and that happened and all that. Fucking what? Right? All day. The next day, my fucking hotel room gets booted clean open, right? He fucking runs in. He's like, when the fuck were you going to fucking tell me? I was like, tell you what, some cunt shaved off my fucking eyebrow.
This is 2 days later?
No, this is like a full fucking day and a half later. Like, fucking, we do it that night. Everybody's laughing, having a great time. Nobody said I fucking beeped him. Everybody was kind of scared because nobody wanted to say, mate, somebody shaved off your eyebrow.
You think you would notice?
Well, he never noticed, right? And I'm talking, like, see, this is how it fucking made me laugh. He was in the lift fixing his hair.
And he's still not noticing?
Still not even fucking noticing, right? Then he's booted my room in the next again day as we were getting up to go out. You fucking memes, you're going to fucking tell me? I tell you what, something because you my fucking eyebrows off. That's what. And I was like, oh, fuck's sake.
So he did.
He goes, I'm going to kill the Australian bastards. I says, fucking calm down, man. You're the one threatening every cunt. If they fell asleep, you rip their eyebrow off. He says, fucking fell asleep. He goes, it's all right for you. You're not the one walking about Australia like a fucking freak.
Fuck. How can it take you a day and a half to notice?
That was Bully the Buff. He was also the same guy. Our first trip ever outside the UK. I tell you, it's a fucking infamous story, man. We were sitting at a bar in Germany, a really snobby kind of fucking high-class hotel. The wee guy came in and asked us off for our drinks. Everybody shouted in. And we boys like, a pint of lager, mate. Everybody get their drink. And the guy's fucking no come back with Bully. He's like, what the fuck's my fucking drink? And he's come back with a fucking drink on a tray, sparkles and everything. He thought the Bully had said a pina colada. And he put it down the sparkles. Bully's like, what the fuck's this? I fucking said a pint of lager, mate. And the guy's like, oh, I'm busy, sorry. I thought you said a pina colada.
1 pint of colada? I pint of lager.
So, rest in peace, Billy McMillan. You'll always be remembered for your fucking madness. Absolute fucking diamond geezer.
49's the age, man. That's shocking.
And I go to the news in the way at a gig as well, Scott, and I had to fucking slap on that fucking face that everything's brilliant. I'm having the best time of my life when I was fucking, you know, I shed a tear, man. I was driving to a gig, trying to hold it together in the house, so there was like fucking great in front of the missus, and then fucking try to hold it together. I can't greet in a fucking motor driving to a fucking gig like a pure saddle, and then I had to fucking kid on. I was, you know, that way you're hoping that the gig's just going to distract you for whatever fucking, you know, you've done that yourself many times. Shit's going on your head, and the gig's a welcome distraction.
Aye.
This was just like, I was hoping it was going to be a welcome distraction, but I was just because me and him had raved all over the world together. I was constantly reminded of him. Anyway, I just want to change it up. Anybody out there listening in hashtag land?
Oh,
is anybody
hashtag lands? Hashtag lands.
Hashtag land. Does anybody please get in touch with me if you know anything or can do a borehole for a private water supply? Your old dad has got fucking no water, man.
Just
I'll get no water.
Pay a company, pay people.
I'm going to pay people, but I want to get an idea of the fucking prices. No,
No,
just want
you're
to go to
not.
one
You
fucking
don't.
guy.
You don't. You're hoping to God that either there's a tradesman on here or there's somebody that can fucking Google boring
Help us
water
out.
holes, come round your house and date for a fucking bobble hat. That's what you're
Mate,
wanting.
a
That's how you're
score.
up to Glasgow
A
fucking
score and
night.
an ultrasonic hat.
You're a fucking.
No, I know them. I don't know the money involved to
You
do
know,
these things. I
somebody
just want
drove
to get a
past me.
couple of. I want to get a couple of bits of advice from people who know the score.
Somebody drove past me the other day with a ultrasonic bobble hat on,
Exactly, mate. It's
and I
taking
just
over.
shouted nonce out the window, and then he knew. He looked at me and went, "I know."
He'd have braked the motor, put the windscreen of your motor right in, and just went fucking. You can't escape the hardcore.
Right, I need a quick shout out. I need a shout out to Andy and Barry.
Your
Absolute
gay
legends.
lovers.
The pair of them. What a fucking threesome that would be. Let me tell you.
They
Absolute fucking bears,
spit
man.
roast at you and fucking
That'd
say,
be
"Tell me a joke
fucking
now, fat boy." Well, they're just
50,
fucking
50
pounding away at you.
stone of fucking flesh. Shout out to everybody who came to the hashtag club. Shout out to Andy and
Oh, aye.
Barry. Fucking legends of pair of them. They gave me a bottle of wine, 2 cigars, an amazing card for my birthday. They did say that one of the cigars was for Mal. That isn't happening. I've smoked both of them. So thank you very much indeed.
You fucking whore. You absolute whore. I fucking gave you a cigar as well.
I know, and I've smoked that and all. I had a fucking great. I had a
fucking smoke this, you fucking dick.
I'll smoke your fucking dick, you fucking kill you. So Andy and Barry, legends of Perry as always. Thank you for your support over the years. Thank you for the birthday card, mate. It was amazing. I've got the bottle of wine in the bar. We need to talk about the beer machine as well that's been on order. There's lots to talk about, but I just want to say a special thank you, Andy and Barry, and to everybody who came along to live recording. As always, it was another great day, and I hope you enjoyed listening to it last week. And if you're wondering why you never got an episode last week, it's
Where's episode 231, Scott?
We put out the live recording, and it only went to the heroes because, as far as I'm concerned, the scum can fucking walk in the sea and die a slow and painful death. If you want to hear that live recording, become a hashtag hero, hashtagshow.co.uk. All the links will go to patreon.com/the hashtag show and sign up. Anyway,
Scott,
back to the show.
I believe there was a few council listeners at the live recording who did say that they would be crossing over and becoming a hero. Now, we can monitor who crosses over and becomes a hero, and we will be checking that, and we will be naming and shaming you. Actually, we can't name and shame you because right at this moment in time, unless you have joined, you're anonymous. But once you give us your name, age, address, credit card details, national insurance,
inside
when you join up on Patreon, we will celebrate you joining. But I have to say, once again, it was a great wee fucking day. It was your birthday as well, which was nice. It was nice to see everybody coming along, giving you a wee present as well. That was nice.
Lovely.
It was a lovely warm room full of heroes.
All heroes.
And I forgot to say on the day, because I was that excited / on another realm, that I really did appreciate the fact that we had our 50 folk in that wee room who were there to come and listen to us and laugh as we just talked and whatever, whatever manifested for the conversations was the entertainment. And that's what it was.
Have you just broke down what a podcast is in your own special?
No, but that was a live podcast. That was a live podcast.
Well, it is, right? It's just words. And then people hear those words and we share them as life experience.
The live recording is something different than this podcast, because the live recording, people are coming to witness live Are
you still on mushrooms?
The conversations.
Are you still out your nut?
Mate, I'm to tell you, I've been making those in every morning, man.
When are we going to... Actually, we need to talk, because you were out your fucking
I wasn't out my box, mate.
Mal, you were out your bin. See, when we were in that pub before it, I was
wild.
You were... Mate, even when we walked away, even Ross was like to me, think he's all right? I went, no. And then the two of us laughed.
That was great concern. Think he's all right? No.
Ross was generally concerned.
Dance monkey.
You, mate, it's when you were doing your Saturday Night Fever strut down to the pub.
Aye, that was a joke. I would have done that fucking anyway.
No, then you came strutting in with the fucking harsh 90-degree turns, and then the guy behind the bar was ready to knock you the fuck out.
Mate, do you know what was weird when I walked in this? But that's when I thought. So if anybody didn't know, I've been microdosing mushrooms, but I also had these ones that were specifically psilocybin.
Can I just jump in here?
Mm-hmm.
And just say something quickly, just to give you the context, because obviously DJ Gibble here, voice of the people. I'll give you the truth behind Mal's ramblings. Mal had been microdosing hipster wank middle class mushrooms, and then he got a hold of real mushrooms from
I
a
upped my
guy.
game.
Right, he got real mushrooms. So he'd been taking ones that fucking cleans up your asshole and all this bullshit you see online. And then he's actually got himself a hold of real mushrooms. And because Mal still thinks he's selling a fucking created fucking dance music, man, instead of just taking what he was meant to take, which I believe was one, you
Yes.
took 3.
No, 2.
And you were out your fucking dial. You were absolutely wired to the moon. Jesus.
Mate, see, here's the thing.
Mate, do you know what? See, honestly, see if I had £1 for every time you said brain fog, I'd have had about fucking 18 quid in that 120 minutes we spent in that bar.
Was it?
It's brain fog.
This is...
Loves brain fog. I'm like, how foggy is your brain?
I was going like that, man. I was going like that to myself. And now you're in a dialogue. Well, you don't want to know what the inner dialogue was saying, but part of that was saying to me, it's the gig nerves. It's heightened my gig nerves. You know that when you get the gig nerves, you're excited. It heightened that, right? And then, when I realised it never heightened that, it done much more. See, when I walked into Witherspoons, when we were left there to go in for a couple of pints,
yep.
I walked in, and I don't know if it was somebody that was coming to the hashtag show or whatever, but I think it was. Somebody, yous were at the bar, so I'm looking at yous, but I've came in and just looked at the fucking pub, the full pub, and somebody in the crowd said something like, "All right, Mal, are you in for a something like that, right?" And I said, I can't remember what I said. I thought I was talking to the pub as in one. The pub was one thing. All the folk was, I was, I
addressing the pub.
Everything for the pub.
The whole pub.
The whole pub was talking to me. And I just had to say to them, I'm in for a pint with him to get by. And then as I got, and it wasn't even like, I didn't even question it or nothing. I had a quick conversation with a pub as if to say, I'm just in here for a pint, pub. Is that all right? And the guy laughed or something. And I got up to see news. And in that walk up to see news, I was like, holy fuck, man, this stuff is fucking kicking in.
You were out your dial, man.
I wasn't at my dial.
Mate, you were out your fucking bin. Do you remember
I wasn't fully tripping. I was like on the cusp.
Right. Do you remember when you went to the toilet and you were shiting yourself? You didn't want to go in the toilet?
Fuck off.
Do you remember behind you went, where's the toilet? And I went, there's one behind you. And you walked behind you and you shat at you like, they're watching me. They're watching me.
It went in one of wee cubby holes and everybody turned around and I realised I was stood in front of the disabled toilet and I didn't want to be that guy that goes in and does a fucking piss in the disabled toilet.
Aye, but full volume, you're going, they're watching me as the people next to you look at and then you try to fucking walk in the kitchen.
The fucking scary thing about it was I did feel razor sharp.
Oh, God almighty.
And then it was like, I was thinking, this is going to unlock hundreds of amazing words and fucking have some great patter. It was unlocking the fact that I couldn't actually think of what the words were. So it was like, I had these amazing things to say, and I never had the words to actually fucking say them.
Your 2 wee brain particles are just looking at you like,
what would they do?
Fucking chaps, man, right? Send them, like, I don't know anything. Send them something. Fuck knows. Tell them to go to the toilet.
That's probably how I said fucking brain fog, because I never knew the fucking technical term for right fucking mad with it.
Even after it, Ross was like, actually, when we were leaving, Ross, like, you're on a permanent trip now. That's you fucked. You've crossed over. I
went home and I watched there you go. I watched a film, Mel Gibson's new film, Dragged Over Concrete, and I was still like focused on the film, and it was a brilliant film, if you've not seen it. And I'm not a big Mel Gibson fan. Not a big Mel Gibson fan. That was.
I need to watch it, mate, because I went to see Oppenheimer. And
I tell me about that, because I'm going to see it, and also you got to spoil it for me.
I'm not going to spoil it for you. I mean, there's
right. First of all, you're still in that section of your life where you're going to the cinema with your bird. You're no manly enough to go, this isn't a bird's film, so automatically stay at home, or you go and see Barbie with your pals. You don't take your bird to certain kind of films. That's just a rule.
That's my missus isn't a Barbie. She's
but she's not an Oppenheim fucking bird either.
Set the fucking bombs off on chat me, son. Fucking geese, some of that. So we went to see it, mate.
You're my Manhattan Project, big Scotty.
Aye. Yeah, you're because one of the bombs is called Fat Boy in it.
You're like, this is a biopic.
Yeah. They named the bomb after me. What, little boy? No, fat.
I swear
Fat
to
man.
fuck, man. See if they pull one out, it's fucking flat white. I'm out of here.
I was like, fucking drop me in there, Japs, man. I'll fuck them right up.
Just fling you at the back
Aye.
of one of the big Hercules blades.
Just shoot me right out the back of one of your planes, mate. Fucking 500,000 Japs dead in the morning.
Just you in a fucking loincloth with your ass written on your chest, running at the back.
No, I'd be
Yes.
like pure sumoed up, man, with the wee nappy and the bandana on. These are fucking, oh, hey, Godzilla, fuck, I'll fucking shout out Godzilla, yeah, fucking bastards. Anyway,
Come
so
ahead.
when to see it, you do the door practically for cunts trying to get into Barbie. Everybody dressed up in pink and all. It was odd, man. It was like bring your gay friend to the cinema day. It was strange, and you could clearly see the people who were there for Oppenheimer. And
They were there with briefcases and fucking hats and trilbies.
Trilby's, aye. By orders of the Peaky Blinders, Trilby's on. I'll say this, mate. I'll no spoil the film. You can't really spoil it because there's nothing
Well,
that.
so it's about the fucking the Manhattan Project, essentially,
It's
is it?
about a big Rab Oppenheimer. You know, wee Opie, man.
For those that don't know, the Manhattan Project was like how it was like how DJs discovered Ibiza. Well, this is how a couple of brainy guys discovered Manhattan.
Yeah,
Over you, Scott.
So basically, she's like, they got a whole load of like, do you know an interesting fact, right? About the bomb. So obviously, before the war, Oppenheimer, a Jewish man, is traveling Europe, trying to expand his brain, man. Right? Cause see back then, see birds love brains, mate. It didn't matter how like if you're a top gene or that.
Aye, they just dry
What
ride your
colour's
forehead, wouldn't they?
What colour's your Bugatti, right? Didn't even matter if you'd like a big fat weapon. They don't care about it back in the day. They just cared like how big's his brain, Margaret. That's all they cared about, right? So Oppenheimer's like, I'm out to fucking expand my noggin, man. I know all about particle physics and all that, right? And people would say to him, can you explain particle physics? Like, oh, you can't, man. It's just like theory and matter and relativity and all that in there, man.
Get
Right,
your
anyway.
pants off.
Aye. So, traveling Europe, and then Hitler's like, listen, for the enough of this. So, back to America.
Aye, he was just about to tell Hitler about the fucking how to make a
Hey,
bomb. And
dog!
Hitler's went like,
Hey,
wait a minute, I
dog!
don't like Jews. I'm going to kill you and all your pal. Oh!
It's Oppenheimer adjacent now. Right, so. But what I heard was Germany had obviously a German scientist who was some information was leaked that let the Americans know that the Germans were further ahead in the development of an atomic bomb than what they were.
Is this you telling us what this fucking story is about now?
No, this is actually the truth.
Happened.
There's not about the film, right?
But this is in the film.
No. This is real life. This is
okay.
isn't in the film.
Right.
So the film obviously makes it like it's a race against time because that's how you build suspense because it's a movie. Who's going to get it? Is the Germans or is it the Americans? Well, obviously we know because 250,000 Japanese were killed. Anyway, the real story is the Germans had the initial information and technology needed to begin the development of an atomic bomb. But they couldn't finish it because all the scientists who knew how to develop the technology were Jewish and Hitler had got rid of them. So he didn't have the people. He didn't have the people in
If only Hitler had embraced the Jews, this would have been a Nazi world.
Listen, any of you Jew boys really just love Germans because you can hang about, man.
Hitler's like, I tell you what it is, boys, right? I'm all right with the Jews. Give us all your information, we'll conquer the world, and then come on, we'll shit well together. That's what he should have done.
So the film itself, I'll not say anything about the film until you've gone to see it. But what I will say is that I do
didn't
think
like it. I can tell.
I do think it's time for Hollywood to stop giving Christopher Nolan money to make movies. I think
I've seen your post about that, but how can you say that when he's done the Batman trilogy,
which was amazing,
which was incredible?
Yep.
He's done Interstellar,
which was brilliant.
He's done Memento,
which was brilliant,
and he's done Tenet, which I know you'd probably have a problem with, but if you go back and watch Tenet, it's fucking incredible.
Right, I'll tell you this. Inception.
1941, he done another fucking incredible film.
All the films before it, and then he had Inception.
Amazing.
I think Inception was his masterpiece.
Yes.
I think the way that he plays with time, the way that he plays with like how humans interact, understanding the universe, whatever is in his mind that he thinks makes up human life, Inception, that is as good as it gets. He then started to come down with Tenet, and then he's come down again with Oppenheimer, and I think he's starting to go down. And that's just my opinion. That's what I'm saying. Memento is one of the best films ever made. Interstellar is a great movie. Inception, I think, is top 10 films of all time.
All time.
I think Inception is unbelievable. The story of Tranent or Trinent, whatever the fuck it's called, is an unbelievable story, an unbelievable idea. I don't think he got that across well enough in the movie. And
He
then
never
this one,
executed it.
this one has just been, mate, because it's 3 hours long, and it doesn't need
Is
to
it
be
3 years long? Is it?
I swear to God, mate, and I'm not saying this just to like be usual. DJ Gibbons a cunt, just likes moaning. This film could have been an hour 10, an hour 20 max. There's no need for
Any
it to be
tits
3
in it?
hours.
I know there's a big explosion.
There's shagging in it.
Yes, mate.
And
That's
it's
all right.
just-
As long as I know I've got something to look forward to. And I know
mean,
there's a
mate,
big bottom.
It's going to be your greatest film ever because it's got shagging and it's got explosion.
Full
But-
Scuddy, but like,
Full
like we've seen
Scuddy, full
tits, some
shagging,
tits. Yes,
but-
right, okay.
It is the most ridiculous shagging you've ever. There's absolutely no. That was another thing that actually annoyed me about it was the shagging. There's no need for it. It doesn't
But is
make
it
any
pure
sense
80s?
whatsoever.
Is it 80s kind of shagging as in, well, let's just cut to a shag scene that's got nothing to do with the story.
Aye,
It's only put there to keep folk interested. Oh, keep watching this.
aye, but you're watching it going. That's just annoyed me.
No, you don't. You go, I seen a bit of bush.
No, you don't see bush. You see really shit tits, and I don't like shit tits, man. I'm a fan
Mate.
of the female breast.
You
and
see,
I
do you
think
see
that
Kieran Murphy's arse in it? What his name is?
you don't know. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry to let
well.
you down.
Well,
Go and
here's
see
a-
it by
I'm
all
going to go and
means.
see it. I'm fucking
Right.
going to go see it. I'm not scared of you, right?
But it's just it's I don't know. I was hoping for more. I was expecting more.
Well, I don't know if I imagined this or it happened, but Robert Downey Jr. was on like a kind of red carpet premiere thing, and he was saying it's the best film he's ever been involved in.
But they say
Right.
that about every film, mate.
I know they're on the red carpet. I get that, but he also hinted to now. I don't know if this is a fever dream. He said he might be reprising the Iron Man role for Chris Nolan's Batman versus Iron Man.
Fuck knows, mate. I'm done with the Marvel thing. See all this? They've just fucked it now.
Aye, it's
I'll tell you,
farcical.
right? So you know that film, The Flash, that was out?
I've not seen it. No,
No, never. But there was a film out a couple of months ago called The Flash or The Flash
it
2.
was in
or
it. It was in it.
The Flash Strikes Again, right? But what Marvel or DC or whoever they are, what they're doing now is they're bringing back like other superheroes and putting them into different superhero movies, right? So to make it all the one universe, and so they can have spin-offs and shit, right? Like making stories that were never created in the comic books. So Michael Keaton's Batman
Uh-huh.
was in this Flash movie as a very
Aye,
small
'cause it's
part.
all like parallel route. You know
Aye.
vessels.
Not a cameo,
that.
just like a kind of a storyline. But it
aye,
was
he's
only in
banging
it
a
for maybe
paper.
like he's only in it for like a couple of minutes, right? But the way they got Michael Keaton was they said to Michael Keaton, "We want you reform Batman for this movie. Don't want to do it. Well, here's how it works. If the movie does well, we will do another full Batman movie, bringing back Michael Keaton as an old Batman. Right?
Mhm.
Would love to see that. The Flash goes. The Flash makes fucking 42 pence at the cinema, and they've canned the Michael Keaton one. And now everybody was going mental online, going, "That's the film we wanted to see.
Aye,
We
went
didn't want to see
that
the Flash. We would like to see a Batman movie where Batman's a bit older and it's Michael Keaton coming back as Batman because he was a fucking great Batman." And again, it's more the studios just giving people shit that they think they want that nobody actually wants. Like, for
Well-
example, have you seen the Disney remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
No,
And it's no right. So first of all, Mal, let me tell you this: Disney, which is going down the fucking pan, right? Who apparently are also trying to sell themselves off to Apple. Apparently, Apple's going to buy Disney. So fuck knows what that's going to mean.
it's going to mean fucking Apple's streaming services through the roof.
But Disney's going down this road of live action remakes. You know, when they remade The Lion King and The
Uh-huh.
Little Mermaid, right? So they're remaking a live action remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. But they've changed it for the modern times, i.e., the woke people, right?
Aye, she's what, Snow White, a lesbian? And
Snow
she
White
can only wake up, she gets fingered and linked to it by a woman.
It's a
queen.
different film. Snow White isn't white.
I think
for a
I've seen that, and the little midgets are actual
Well, so Snow
vertically
White,
challenged warriors of Greenpeace,
Snow White isn't white for a start,
and she's not taking care.
and the dwarfs aren't dwarfs; they're normal people.
Right. Snow White's a black lesbian, and the dwarfs are fucking 6 foot basketball players.
So
Or
we've all,
maybe paralysed in some shape or form.
all the dwarf actors have kicked off in Hollywood going, this is literally...
This was the
this
one
is-
Job 7 years were getting hired for.
Aye, like, this is our role. Like,
We've not we've not had a gig like this since fucking Star Wars Return of the Jedi.
it's like the
When
fucking
they went
names,
to Ewok country.
the names in the title, cunt. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So first of all, they were saying that you can't call them dwarfs, right? And then they had this wee dwarf actor on, and he's like, "What? What you can't? That's what I'm.
It was
That's
like,
what
I'll tell you this, I'm fucking raging. He's like, hey, we've got your resume here. Return of the Jedi.
I'm on to
Snow
talk.
White and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I'm on
I'll
to
tell you
talk.
what it is.
I'm on to talk about the designation of my people.
I'll tell you what it is. I'm
Hello,
so
can you-
happy. I'm so happy.
Aye, can you see me? Hello, hello, hello. We just want the opportunity to work. My father was a dwarf. His father was a dwarf, and I am a proud dwarf.
I've not had this opportunity since Star Wars Return of the Jedi, where me and my family played Ewoks in the moon of Endor. Now please let there be 7 dwarfs in Snow White, because I've got a better chance of getting some work and putting food on the table. Can you see me? Can you hear me now?
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Piers Morgan for giving us the chance to speak. The dwarf community. What? Am I on? The dwarf community need this up. Wait, Christmas is literally our Christmas.
I've not had a film since fucking Panto. Ryan, let me stand on your shoulders now to get up to this fucking microphone.
Warwick Davis must be protected at all costs. Warwick Davis is our Diana. He is our Diana.
He's the people's midget.
Warwick Davis.
Hey,
the
you need to
people's
watch that
midget.
on YouTube to really get the fucking laugh.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. Good night. Okay. Great. Good night.
The HashTag show.co.uk